Sort of piggybacking on the question of learning from history, I'm curious, do you think that there's anything we can take away from more recent history, like the Iran-Iraq War, which we supported and we looked the other way when there was chemical weapons usage? If we were to take the more maximalist approach, what can we learn from that experience?
So, Michael, I think the question is to you and how to do it and not blow it.
I think
that's really is what the question is.
Yeah, I don't think we have to. I don't think we have to take maximalist objectives. We don't have to. We don't have to remake the Middle East, and we don't have to remake Iran. We just have to deter them, and that's eminently doable. We deterred the Soviet Union throughout its whole history. We just have to show them that the behavior that they're engaged in, which is escalatory and threatening to all of their neighbors, is unacceptable. And if they continue it, they're going to pay a price for it, a very heavy price. What is remarkable about the policy of every administration since George W. Bush, even before, down to today, is how averse the American national security establishment is to making Iran actually pay a price, even when it kills Americans.
I still don't understand what he wants us to do. Bomb Tehran, bomb Natanz, what do you want us to do that we're not already doing? Iran is sanctioned up to the eyeballs. What more can we do?
No, it's
That's
not,
punitive.
It's not sanctioned up the eyeballs. Right now it's on paper, but right now you know as well as anybody in this room that the Iranian oil sales to China
and how would you stop that? A blockade? You want to blockade the Iranian coast?
We stopped it under the Trump administration.
No, you
the
didn't.
Biden administration came in, we reduced it very, very significantly.
Ray,
Come on.
Ray,
can I just one point, John, very, very quickly. You say diplomacy will work. That was the theory of the Biden administration. If ever we have seen a theory that has been implemented and failed, it's this one.
No, I disagree.
Ray, you're going to get the last word again in this round, but I'd like to see if you have an answer to the question of, in terms of U.S. military response in the region. Is there a calibration, a strategy that makes sense?
You mean?
I guess
I first have to know what the objectives of a military strike are. Once you have that, you can tailor your military strategy, I would say. Lessons of Iran-Iraq War. You know, that was a time when Iran was particularly feverish in terms of its ideological commitments. And over time, with the exhaustion of the population, it became less so. What I would say is the legacy of the Iran-Iraq War haunts the Iranian regime, because a lot of the reconstruction aid was not used, the corruption came about, and it essentially caused them to be relying on proxies as opposed to committing their own forces because they became more casualty averse. But the proxy war strategy has been quite brilliant. The closest thing to it would be, and they would be offended by this comparison, the British, when they rely on auxiliary forces from other places in order to patrol their empire.